of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-ripping, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Hey guys, my name is Strongbox Gaming, and today we're playing the Stanley Parable. I heard this game is a very mindfuckish game, and every time I play this game I feel like I want to go kill myself. So anyway, let's move on.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Nothing, you suck.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh yeah, of course. And yeah, sometimes they tell me not to follow the narrator, and sometimes they tell me to follow the narrator. So I'm gonna start by being a badass and not follow the narrator. Never.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, cheers. What the fuck do I do? Okay, let's be a badass.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah, of course I knew it.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
How did he know?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed
this room.
Stanley simply stood here,
too good.
drinking it all in.
I love it. Look at this painting. Look at this vending machine. Look at this box, man.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Hey, shut up. Have you seen how high-tech this box look? Yeah, so just shut up.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Possibly. Let's go.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Fine.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite
big
door,
red button.
and got back on track.
Have you okay, I have no idea how tempting it is to press this button. Let's just keep going. The F is this? Well, that was a pointless. That was so pointless. This one has a weird sound to it. You can't see your feet, no.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh my god, what? Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
This thing is the party room. Okay, let's not go in there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Screw you, narrator, you suck. I've seen this part before, I'm not going there. You just keep going in the same place, so yeah, I'm not going there. I've played the game before, don't worry.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
No!
And so the boss had assigned it an
To
extra secret PIN number. 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, I see how it is. So yeah guys, I guess I'm gonna end this episode right here. Leave a like if you enjoyed watching or subscribe for more. And of course, I will see you in the next episode.